Okay, Digimon card game tutorial. Let's begin. First, what do you need? You need cards. A deck of 50 cards and an extra deck of 5 cards consisting of DGX. Other than cards, you also need sleeves and a memory counter. This memory counter is for you to calculate how much cost you need to pay when you summon the Digimon or evolves a Digimon. Next, cards. What cards do we have? First card we have DGX. Level 3 Digimon, level 4 Digimon, level 5 Digimon, level 6 Digimon, level 7 Tamer card, and option card. That's all you need. You can put a maximum of 4 copies of the same card in the deck. Normal DGX card is different from normal Digimon card. You can tell by looking at the backs. One is white, one is blue. The blue one is a main deck. The white one is an extra deck. The main deck consists of 50 cards, and here, maximum of 5 cards. The Digimon card game consists of something called evolution. You can evolve your Digimon cards by placing it on top, like this. This is the level 2 DGX. It evolves level 3, level 4, and when you evolve a Digimon, you will need to pay a cost, and the red one is how much you pay to evolve it. And if you don't want to evolve it, you can straight away play it out on the field, but you need to pay a bigger cost. Normal Digimon line can evolve up to level 7, level 5, level 6, level 7. When you evolve, the highest level Digimon gets all the different effects from the evolution base. This is what we call evolution base. And when you attack, you turn the highest one horizontally. This is attack and it's called rest. Next, we will go into a demonstration battle. Okay, here we have demonstration of the game. First, you decide who goes first by playing rock, paper, scissors, or you can roll the dice and see who has the bigger number. The one who wins or have the biggest number goes first. And you set up the card by putting 5 security cards first and then draw 5 cards. There's several different phases. The first phase is active phase, but since the player who goes first cannot draw on the first turn, so the first phase should be nursery phase. So the first phase Gary takes is a nursery phase, which you can open one of your DGX, and then from there you can evolve your Digimon, and when you evolve one Digimon, draw 1 card. During your nursery phase, you can also evolve your Digimon, or you can push your Digimon up to the battle area. You need to pay the respective cost to put the Digimon into play. For example, Tentomon has 3 costs, and when you put it into play, you need to move 3 in the memory counter, and once the memory counter moves beyond 1, it's your opponent's turn. When it's your turn, repeat all the steps: active, draw, nursery, main phase. The Digimon that's played this turn cannot attack, so take note of that. I have an Agumon that has an effect that plays when I put it into play, and the effect is when you put it into play, you can open the top 5 of your deck and see whether is there any tamer. If there is, put it in your hand. If not, then put the rest of the card in any sequence you like at the bottom of your deck. There are 2 different types of effect on a Digimon. The one that applies to itself and the one that applies to its evolution base. The evolution base can only be applied when the Digimon is evolved, and the effect on the picture is the one that plays when you meet certain requirements. It doesn't need to be evolved, so take note of that. You attack by turning your Digimon horizontal, and you need to take note of the evolution effects that it provides from all the evolution base. And you can either go for a Digimon that is rested, which is turned horizontally, or you can go for the player security, which has 5. If you go for the player security, the player will need to open the security card, and depending on what card it is, maybe an option, a tamer, or Digimon, different effects will be played accordingly. I just evolved Garudamon from Birdramon, and the effect that it has is when you evolve this Digimon during this turn, this Digimon gets 3000 DP. When you go for your opponent's security, your opponent has to carry out the security check, and if it's a Digimon and your Digimon has a higher DP, your Digimon wins. But if the DP is same or the security Digimon has a higher DP, both Digimon will move to the trash pile. So be careful. During your turn, you turn your Digimon active by putting it straight, and then you draw a card, and then it's your nursery phase. Either you open a Digi-Egg, or you can push a Digimon to the battlefield. This is a special situation because Ogremon has an effect called jamming, and what jamming does is when it attacks your opponent's security and the security Digimon has a higher DP, you won't be destroyed. Jagamon has an effect that plays when it attacks. When you attack, you open top 3 of your card and find any level 6 Digimon there. If there is, evolves it and attack using the newly evolved Digimon. When you attack your opponent's security and it opens up a option card, check what it does. And in this case, Jet Wing, an option card, the effect is provide all my Digimon with an extra security tag during next turn. And we have nothing to do, you need to pass the turn, you need to give your opponent 3 memory costs. So you need to consider whether is it a good option, or you can just summon anything rather than just giving your opponent 3 memory for free. Here, I play another Jet Wing option card that gives one my Digimon 3000 DP. So depending on where you play the option card, whether it's on your battlefield or the security pile, the different effects apply. When you attack and the security opens up a tamer card, because most of the tamer card usually has an effect that puts it directly into play without paying cost, so you need to pay attention whether is it to put in your hand or you can put it into play without paying any cost. If you put a tamer card in your field, it will support your Digimon, whether giving it more DPs or more defensive ability and so on. Since my Metagreymon has received an extra security attack from the previous turn, I'll check for 2 security instead of 1. Here's another special situation because you can mix different color into a single deck, and in this case there's a red option card Gaia Force in a green deck. Its effect is applied if it's a security card. However, if you want to play a different color in a different deck, you need at least 1 tamer or at least 1 Digimon of the same color. In this case, because there's no red tamer or red Digimon on the field in Gary's side, you cannot actually play Gaia Force directly, but the security effect is still can be played. So take note of that if you want to make different color decks. Here, Gary attacks with a Hercules Kabuterimon, which has a penetration effect. If you attack a resting Digimon, you can also perform 1 security check. Once your security attack reaches 0, 1 more attack from 1 Digimon and the game will be over. And that concludes our demonstration. If you want to know more about the game or anything about the cards, you can feel free to ask. And thank you Gary from Patabros helping me to create this tutorial video, and I'll see you guys next time.